Hey guys, how's it going? And in today's video, I'll be going over top 5 banking stocks at the moment to buy. I put these on my list because of a couple reasons. One's why I'm bullish on them. Two is the price point that they're at. I'm going to talk about the dividend yields and all the different, features that these stocks have, as well as why the companies are pretty decent companies. And yeah, I picked 5 of them. I think 5 is a pretty solid number. And if you notice, this week the banking industry has gone down quite a bit, so I decided that this would be a good video to make. I know it is Saturday, and I'm going to have this video up in the next hour or two, so these are pretty accurate prices. If you're wondering, that's the reason why the market's closed right now. That's why my screen is black on Robinhood. But I promise you, I'm just trying to give you good stocks to buy for the week. Monday, I should have my top stocks to buy this week video going up, so I wanted to do a banking video separate from that, just because there's a couple good pickups, and I didn't want to include all of these in the video for the week. I might include 1 or 2 of them, but I mean, I've got a pretty good amount of banks here, and why they're not too shabby, to put it at that. So I'm going to pan over to my computer screen, and we're going to look at them, and I'm going to kind of talk you through why I think they're pretty good. So the first one's going to be Discover Financial Services, which right now has a price point of $48.77, which, I mean, I'm on the 5-year chart right now, but if you look at the 1 month, it's down just a little bit. If you look at the 3 months, it recovered a good amount from Corona, and you might be thinking, well, hey, why is this on your list if it's went up a good amount already? And that is because of the 5-year chart, which I had pulled up when I very first clicked on it. If you look, it's trading at $48.77, and post-Corona, it was trading at between $80 and $70, which is really, that's a pretty solid rate of return. I am pretty bullish on Discover Financial Services because I'm honestly, it's just because I think that it's a pretty solid buy from what I've heard. The dividend yield is 3.38%. And I think that, credit cards are going to be around for a while, and Discover offers a lot of really good benefits for starter cards. And so I think that Discover is going to be around for a little bit. This isn't something I'm going to hold for 50 years plus. I bought some in, and I'm probably going to sell when it hits $65 to $70 here in the next year or so. It's not a super long-term position, but I can definitely see me making some money on it. Rolling into the next one is Bank of America, and Bank of America is kind of the same situation with the price point that it's at. It's not at the most attractive price point in the world, but it's not at the ugliest either. This is the 5-year chart, so it's at $23.07 right now, and pre-Corona it was trading between, $25 to $35, which the only reason why that really matters is just because of long-term value. But to be honest, Bank of America is a really low volatile stock with a decent dividend yield of 2.79%. And if you've heard Warren Buffett talk about the financial industry at all, you know that this is his favorite banking stock to have. 338,000 people own it on Robinhood, so if that doesn't say something, then I don't know what does. I just think that it's not a bad time to buy. I don't think it's the most perfect time in the world to buy because, of course, the most perfect time would have been as COVID initially happened. You see right here it was at $20 a share. But I don't think $23 a share is too bad, and I'm probably going to be scooping some up this week. Rolling into the next one, we have Citigroup, and if you don't know anything about Citigroup, it's essentially just a bank essentially, and I mean that's all there really is to it. The reason why I chose this is because it's if you look at the 5-year chart, it's just at a really low point in the company, and the dividend yield's not too shabby. And to be honest, I've heard quite a bit about Citi. I know they have pretty good credit cards and good loan services, so I think that this isn't a bad stock to buy at the moment. It's at about $50, and pre-Corona it was trading between $62 and it got all the way up to $80. So even if I bought in at 50 and it could get up to 60 in the next 6 months, I would be very happy considering that it has a good dividend yield as well. So there's that. I don't know if I would hold on to this for a long time or if I would sell it when it makes me some profit, but I think it's definitely something to look into. And this is a perfect example of one of the stocks that would make this list, but not the top stocks of the week. Like I'm saying, this is one of the lower stocks on this list, but I still had to mention it because Citigroup is a very massive financial service, a big banking institution, so I had to put it on here. Rolling into the next one, it's actually going to be something that you've probably heard if you've watched any personal finance videos in the YouTube community. It's going to be Charles Schwab, and if you don't know why that name sounds familiar, it's because they offer an investment service, which was really cool because before all the brokerages went to $0 fees, Charles Schwab actually was the pioneer. Well, not the pioneer, you had Robinhood and a couple others, but Charles Schwab offered a really good, savings account, an online savings account, and at the time it was the highest, or one of the highest online savings account yields. And so, yeah, Charles Schwab, that's kind of the background of it. As to why I picked it for this, it's not necessarily because the price point, even though it's at 30, it's about 31.86, and pre-Corona it was trading in the in the 40s to 50s. But the reason why I really chose this is because Charles Schwab is getting so many new customers, like with the whole thing that was happening like a year ago when people were just signing up for their savings account and their investment services left and right. I mean, they definitely know how to cater to a young audience. And so I think that Charles Schwab has a pretty good future going for them. I mean, that's really all there is to it. The dividend yield is 2.05%. It's nothing insane, but me personally, I think the long-term value of this company makes up for what it lacks in dividend yield. And I think it's at, a decent price point right now. Like I was saying earlier, I don't think it's very low, but I don't think it's very high. I think it's kind of just floating there in the middle. So if you did want to pick up some financial stocks, then I don't think adding Charles Schwab to the mix would be a bad idea. And it's going to roll us into our last one, which if you've watched any stock trading videos on YouTube, then you're going to know exactly who this is because they have a really good trading platform to trade on. And you might have guessed it, but it's going to be TD Ameritrade. Well, it's called TD Bank on their stock, but they essentially run TD Ameritrade. And the reason why I chose this was because of the sole fact of the price point's really good and the dividend yield's 5%. And to be honest, I just heard really amazing things about TD Ameritrade. If you've ever looked at it, you'll know that their interface is super clean and they're just super modern and they keep up with it. I mean, keep up with it in terms of like they keep up with what's popular and how to cater to new audiences. So it's kind of in the same bank as Charles Schwab. I think with more people getting into investing, there's going to be more people that are going to start trying to trade, which will cause more people to go to TD Ameritrade just because they have so many good tools. They have really good screeners for stocks. Screener is like if you enter in a certain criteria, it'll spit out whatever you're looking for. It has such good, charts for technical analysis. You might see those people that have like charts pulled up and they got like lines going through them. It's technical analysis to where they're looking at, the trends of the charts and the patterns that the price points are at. So yeah, I think that this is a really bullish company, and I think that right now is, in the lower middle price point. I don't think it's in the middle. I don't think it's super high, and I don't think it's super low either. It has recovered a little bit since the whole COVID thing initially hit. But with that being said, I do think that there's pretty good potential for TD Bank. I think that, long-term wise, more people are going to be signing up for it. And I think that stock investing is something that's only growing more just because more people are learning about it. And I think that this isn't a bad service to invest into. With that being said, that is going to be my video for this week. I know that this wasn't one of my longer ones. I just wanted to go over these really quick. It is Saturday, so that's why the screen's black like I was saying. Just wanted to go over these, give y'all a little update for maybe what to look into on, like, as the week rolls in, maybe look into some stocks to buying into. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I would ask that you, like it if you enjoyed and subscribe to see more of these videos. Like I said, I do have that video going up on Monday with the top stocks of the week, so you might not want to miss that. And with that being said, I guess just let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see more of. And if I missed any financial stocks that you think I should cover in the near future, because I'm probably going to make another one of these videos, please let me know. And last question is, I'll have this comment pinned, but what is your favorite banking stock, financial stock, something in that sector? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm super interested. And with that being said, I hope you all have a good day.